This advice with students during the 50th anniversary launch of the University of Cape Coast School of Business. Mr. Setekbe indicated that leading with honesty and integrity aids in overcoming ethical challenges and encouraged the students to avoid narrowing their focus only on financial gains.
The launch of the 50th anniversary of the University of Cape Coast School of Business was established on the theme University of Cape Coast School of Business at 50, expanding the frontiers of business excellence. The guest speaker and presidential advisor on economy, Honorable Seth Tekpe, stressed on the importance of honesty and shared his hopes for the UCC School of Business.
If you are found in any serious ethical situation, let me advise you, my first advice, look to the motto of this university. The truth shall always be, your light. Let us, therefore, in conclusion, use this moment not only to celebrate, but also to dream bigger, work harder, and lead in a bolder way. So you see, our training may lead us into various things and prepare us. And I can assure you that if you can work with integrity, it's not just about money, right? As you went along, that is what will build, your integrity. That is what will build your foundation in any job. The next 50 years, let me repeat, must be shaped by a school of business that is globally engaged, digitally empowered, ethically grounded, and I emphasize ethics, and socially impactful. May the School of Business, University of Cape Coast, continue to soar from strength to strength and from vision to victory.
In his address, the provost of the College of Humanities and Legal Studies at the University of Cape Coast, Professor Kwame Osei-Kwarteng, encouraged the school to be ethical and uphold integrity.
As a university, as academics teaching business, as students learning business to become business practitioners, we are being advised and being forewarned that in all our activities, you should be ethical and you should exercise the highest form of integrity. Our bane as a country, the unemployment that politicians always talk about, the unemployed graduates that we have, it's all because people got opportunity to set up business and employ people, but the people never help them. They were never faithful. They were not men and women of integrity. They let the establishment down. And it is because of such things that we are where we are today.
From UCC, Abigail Lissel Nkrumah reports for Joy News.
There are growing calls for a tougher, more forceful crackdown on illegal mining in Ghana as resistance to the fight intensifies. The Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission is the latest to demand action, urging government to end what they call years of lip service to the Galamsey menace. This comes on the back of yet another brazen attack, this time on the Forestry Commission Rapid Response Team, adding to a worrying pattern of violence targeting officials on duty. We'll tell you more in this report.
Despite dozens of arrests in recent months, illegal mining, also known as Galamsey, continues to thrive across parts of Ghana. What's more alarming is the growing boldness of perpetrators, with some now attacking state officials tasked with protecting the country's forest and water bodies. That was the case in the Jimira Forest Reserve, where a patrol team from the Forestry Commission came under heavy gunfire from about 20 armed illegal miners during a routine operation.
About 20 illegal miners have laid siege in that area, and they asked them to stop. When they stopped, they started firing warning shots indiscriminately, and some of the bullets hit their vehicle, and fortunately for them, nobody was hurt, but their driver was serially hit with the butt of a machete many times, and he's the one who sustained a few injuries.
This wasn't an isolated incident. 2 months ago, a team member was slashed in the knee. Just weeks ago, the CEO of the Minerals Development Fund, Dr. Hannah Bisu, and her team also came under fire while leading an anti-Galamsey operation in the Ashanti region. These attacks are part of what the Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission in Ghana says is a worrying trend made possible by government inaction. At their annual regional conference in Wa, Deputy Leader Alhaji Abdul Wahab said government after government has failed to take the fight seriously.
Every government in this country and every government has practically refused to stop Galamsey. I'm telling you on authority, it's a fact. All our governments ever since Galamsey started in Ghana have all refused to stop Galamsey.
While in the Ashanti region, police at Atatim have arrested 4 Chinese nationals caught mining illegally along the Subin and Jimmy rivers. 11 excavators were seized during the operation.
So far, they have arrested the 4 Chinese nationals. They've been identified and they are being processed for court. 11 excavators have been seized so far. They have also seized 4 pump action guns, brand new ones that were being used to protect that illegal mining activity.
And in Takwa, District Police Commander Superintendent Eric Akwabwa braved heavy rainfall to lead an operation against an illegal mining site near Wasa Agona. Though the miners fled, their equipment was destroyed on the spot.
It's ready. No fire can work. So he's following them. He's following the machine. Then come to this one. Come and break this one too. Come. That is what we can do under the circumstances. It's ready. We cannot bend the machines. So he's following them. He's following them. Yes. We are following everything. We have seen about 5 tamper machines here, and we are following all of them. Yes. Move to the other way.
The fight against illegal mining continues, but so does the resistance. Many are now calling for a tougher national strategy before the nation's forests and rivers vanish completely. For Joy News, Michael Ashale.
No to Galamsey is still very active. In other news, the medical director of the Tamale Eye Hospital, Dr. Judith Simon, has disclosed that they're working to upgrade the hospital to a tertiary eye center that can address every kind of eye problem. Currently, people requiring specialized care often have to travel to Accra, which can be unaffordable for many. Speaking at the launch of the state-of-the-art Tamale Eye Hospital, Dr. Judith Simon emphasized the need for the upgrade, noting that the hospital aims to serve the 5 regions of the north and beyond.
Tamale Eye Clinic is the first of its kind in the northern sector of Ghana. The hospital operates as a social enterprise with profit generated being reinvested for further growth and development. Speaking at the unveiling, the medical director of the hospital, Dr. Judith Simon, said they want to move it to a first-class hospital in the country.
We are currently the second eye hospital in the whole country who has the highest surgical volume, and soon, hopefully, we will become the first. But let me assure you, we do not intend to sit on our laurels. The journey is far from over. Actually, it just started. Our vision is to create a comprehensive eye care network all over North Ghana in all the 5 regions. And we want to open multiple small vision centers where the patients who have simple problems can be treated over there. And those with complicated problems, they can come to us.
The Northern Regional Minister, Adolf John Ali, assured that government will create an enabling environment for the private sector to strive.
The government acknowledges the efforts of the private healthcare providers, such as the Tamale Eye Hospital, which are indispensable allies in our pursuit of universal health coverage. We therefore wish to assure you as a government that we will create an enabling environment to provide healthcare investment through supportive policies and regulations, opportunities for public-private partnership.
The Hungarian ambassador to Ghana, Thomas Fahad, whose government supported the construction of the facility, highlighted the significance of the collaboration, stating that it demonstrates what human solidarity can achieve.
This facility, built with the support of the Hungary Hubs program, represents more than just bricks and mortar. It is the embodiment of a shared belief that access to quality healthcare is not a privilege, but a fundamental right. With a generous donation, the government of Hungary has been proud to support the Right to Sight and Health Foundation in making this dream a reality. The new hospital, designed as a passive building with remarkably low maintenance costs, will serve thousands of patients annually from the northern region and beyond.
It's been 2 years since the Akosombo Dam spillage. Many of the victims in Notong have returned, not to rebuild homes, but to what's left of them. Pushed out of overcrowded makeshift shelters, they now live in weakened, flood-damaged structures, risking their lives with every rainfall. In our continuing feature series, After the Floods, Fred Kwame Asare travels to Awadio-Kome, one of the hardest hit communities, and reports.
Awadio-Kome is one of the hardest hit communities by the spillage of the Akosombo and Kpong dams. The once vibrant community is now a shadow of itself. Hundreds lost their homes and other belongings swept away by the flood waters. The entire community was evacuated to New Bakpa, temporary refuge meant to save lives. The chief of the area, Togbe Sakwiti, reflects on the overwhelming ordeal that his people continue to face.
My house here, I live here with my mom and my 2 siblings. We are 4 here. At the time of the flood, we were here more than 50 to 60 people, and it was something that is very, very terrible. But 1 year on, we are surviving, though life has been very, very difficult. But we are surviving.
Over 1 year on, many of these displaced families are returning, not because it is safe, but out of desperation. Starvation and unbearable conditions in the shelters have forced many residents, including this widow and the granddaughter, to return to homes that are barely standing, walls fractured and on the brink of collapse.
Minya alemiao tepemele miesi wa mo gbomi vaile o bi ni ba technology chona neta mi ugbo vale mi ogli gbagbaji akare daga muje mieji hari mena ko miye se fare kemeli mi nonogo ita mi vale mi o ese cho mi oho wo do ita ne pe e ma fi o mi vale manage
agbe na dodo ne mi ifie nu yemi adu han ezu agba echichu agbali de sia de le poyeji mela marekasi.
The floodwaters left gaping cracks in the structure, making it hazardous for anyone living inside. Yet this widow has resigned herself to the risk, saying she has no other option. Another family lost their entire 5-room house, leaving the occupants scattered. Evelyn now lives in what was once a kitchen. She has hastily converted it into a cramped bedroom. Many others whose homes were destroyed are now staying with relatives, barely scraping by in difficult circumstances. Their hopes for compensation and assistance are waning as they continue to wait for the government to take action for these victims of the Akosombo Dam spillage. Survival has become a day-to-day battle with their safety and well-being hanging a thread. Fed Kwame Asari, Joy News, Afenyo-Markin.
A retired U.S. Army veteran who returned home to fight poverty through education has been named the overall winner at the 2025 Joy News Impact Makers Awards. Through his NGO, Fafali organization, Raymond Senyo Amazado supports over 4,000 children each year with after-school learning, STEM, sports and scholarships, boosting enrollment and producing Ghana's top female golfer. More in this report.
2025 Joy Impact Award, the overall winner is Mr. Raymond Senyo Amazado.
Shall we give a standing ovation? Let's be on our feet, ladies and gentlemen.
It was a night of celebration, emotion, and inspiration, where stories of selflessness took center stage and ordinary individuals were honored for their extraordinary impact. The 2025 Joy News Impact Makers Awards lit up the night with shared hope for a better Ghana. Raymond Senyo Amazado emerged as the overall winner, drawing tears, applause, and admiration from an audience that had just witnessed the power of one man's commitment to community transformation.
It was good, sometimes we don't need a validation, but we need a platform to project our work. So it feels good to be awarded the best impact maker in Ghana. It's a huge success. Thank you.
Do you have any initiatives in the pipeline?
Yeah, actually, the Fafali girls team has been selected to represent Ghana and the whole of West Africa in the next upcoming Street Child World Cup in Mexico. That's next year. We'll be going there. Also, some of our community members will be going to the Festival 26 in Boston, America. And we have other projects coming up.
Can you name some of the projects coming up?
Well, if you come to in Volta region, we just opened a library in the Koviaji Electra area, and we are about to push our initiative out there. And the last time we were there, the Volta regional minister was there to help us launch the library. Now we want to take all the projects that we have in Accra, we want to take it to the Volta region so that we can also push our impact there. But if you want to help Fafali, which is much needed, you can go to our website at fafaliorganization.org. We are on social media. I myself am on LinkedIn, Raymond Senyo Amazado.
The 2025 edition of the Joy News Impact Makers Awards proved it isn't just a ceremony, but a platform of national recognition for people who often work in silence. The Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection, Dr. Na Momolate, who was the special guest, lauded the Multimedia Group company for putting the spotlight on individuals who represent the best of humanity. She said such platforms will continue to inspire countless others to make a difference.
Let me use the opportunity to congratulate all the recipients of tonight's award, especially the overall winner. I just am overjoyed. I just want to say thank you for the remarkable work that you are doing in all the areas across Ghana. There are some of you who are yet to be recognized, but this great initiative by Multimedia gives you the opportunity to keep going. And like we heard from most of the recipients, it is not just about being recognized and hyped, but it is about the passion and the heart with which they have done the work over the years. And by the grace of God, they get recognized.
General Manager of Joy News, Fifi Kumsen, was thrilled by the extraordinary impact made by this year's finalists.
This year, the stories are no less inspiring. We are recognizing impact in women's financial empowerment, inclusive education, hybrid learning, innovations, environmental awareness, and more. These are individuals doing extraordinary things with minimal resources but maximum heart.
From community health advocates to education champions, this year's 10 impact makers each told a story that stirred the soul and reignited belief in grassroots change.
When you hear that sound, you know it's that time of the year again, when brilliance takes center stage and academic giants are put to the test. The countdown to academic glory begins this week as the 2025 National Science and Maths Quiz kicks off its regional qualifiers today, June the 30th, with over 250 schools from across the country vying for qualifications to be the national champion. There's more in this report.
My last 2 digits is also a square. Yes, Isaac.
164.
Yes.
Over 250 schools across the country will begin their race for glory as the 2025 National Science and Maths Quiz kicks off its regional championship stage on Monday, June 30th. Schools from both the northern and southern belts will battle for a coveted place in the national championship, with this week's contests beginning in Sunyani and Takrade, where the stage is set for the first round of contests. The Ashanti region leads this year's qualifiers with the highest number of contests nationwide, 22 in total, scheduled from July 21 to 26. The competition promises 5 weeks of intense academic rivalries, scientific brilliance, and the making of new quiz legends.
Darius.
Implication.
You are right.
You want to stay with Joy News because we'll bring you all the latest details on the National Science and Maths Quiz. And that takes us to Samuel Kojo Brace, bringing us business update now.
Well, let's do business update now. And the Chief of Staff, Julius Debra, has reaffirmed the government's strong commitment to building an investor-driven economy. Addressing the 2025 Ghana-China Business Summit in Accra, he emphasized the need for strategic collaboration between businesses to drive sustainable growth and development.
Here, I learned from one of the exhibitors that already some of the Chinese participants has been there to take their details, because I think they are into cocoa products and honey and things like that, considering the possibility of importing this product from Ghana. That makes it a win-win situation for both countries. Ghana will benefit from this. China will also benefit from this. We shouldn't make this a talk shop. We should try and move and progress so that a year from now we can have concrete things to show that this has been a successful story and worth visiting Ghana.
Well, the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, is advocating for tax relief measures to support small businesses in Ghana. This call was made by the UNDP Deputy Resident Representative to Ghana, Shaima Hussein, during the United Nations Micro, Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises Day celebration. She emphasized the need for a more enabling tax environment to help SMEs thrive and contribute effectively to national development.
The market is growing and the government has put some bold steps to support MSMEs, and they are tackling this support from different angles. We speak today about digital gateways that we're launching with the government. It aims to be a one-stop shop to facilitate registration and also exchange of information. So there is one element that the government is taking step to resolve. Access to finance. There are also some bold steps from Stanbic, from also mobile money carriers, but there is always such kind of access to finance available, but not enough. So we need more commercial banks to come to the forefront. We need more development funds to come forefront to support MSMEs. And these are the areas that will help them access credit and grow their businesses and improve in their revenues. Similar story with the taxation, where we want to see some tax relief, some incentives for MSMEs that will help them also to grow. And the government is taking here really bold steps, and they are reviewing these things. So we hope with these kind of policies that are still in the processing, in the making, they will help MSMEs to grow and expand.
That does it for the business update on the AM News. There's more on myjoyonline.com/business. Sports is coming up next year on the AM show. Remember, the show is sponsored by Whaley Properties, and we say we provide you affordable properties and with some payment schedule. So come to us to own your dream house. So stay tuned for Muftar Nabila Asi comes your way with AM Sports.